Hello there. Welcome to this episode of Force Ghost Conversations. This is your host, Anthony King, and this week I'm going to do another plan talk with the new video game Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Before we get started, I'm inviting you to join the conversation with us. We can be found on Twitter and Hive at Force Ghost Pod. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok just by searching Force Ghost Conversations. Also, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast on your listening site of choice. Plus, Force Ghost Conversations is live on Patreon. If you're a fan of the podcast and would like to consider pledging your support, there will be a link in the episode description for you to check out the various tiers offered. Finally, please be sure to check out our TeePublic store to buy some Force Ghost Conversations merchandise. And without further ado, it's time to gather around the campfire for some Force Ghost Conversations. All right, everybody, welcome back to Force Ghost Conversations. And man, I am ready to play some more Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I know we did this in last week's episode with the play and talk, but I want to have some more time with this game, and I want to have more time talking about it with you all and just reacting to it. I'll explain some other reasons logistically for why we're doing this episode right now within that portion of the episode itself, so bear with me on that one. But that's what you can have to look forward to on the other side of this segment here, which of course is our Cloud City Gossip portion of the episode, where we will run through all the news in the Star Wars Lucasfilm galaxy that has taken place recently. And to start, I don't know if I commented on this last week or not, but I wanted to make sure that I had given it its just due in time, which of course is the fact that Carrie Fisher now has been honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This was unveiled on May 4th, appropriately for Star Wars Day, with Billy Lord there to accept the honor on her behalf and Mark Hamill there to give some remarks as well. It's great. I know that there's politics in regards to how the Hollywood Walk of Fame works, and you have to do a certain amount of money raising for it and nominations and all that stuff. So it's not necessarily a grade on how well of an actor you are, but the fact that she is finally immortalized in this incredible way that Hollywood actors and those in the film industry are revered and given that honor. I'm glad that she is up in that pantheon of heroes for the great work that she's done throughout her acting career, of course, but most notably on this show and for the purposes that we're doing with Princess Leia. So congrats, Carrie, on that. It's long overdue, and it's incredible to have that honor. And I hope that people that go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame are able to go take some pictures with her star now. I certainly will make a pilgrimage out there one day, and we'll be able to take a picture at some point. Also, Jaleel White has confirmed himself that he will be playing a pirate in the upcoming Disney Plus series Skeleton Crew. Now, he is most known for his role as Steve Urkel in the television show Family Matters, but we certainly look forward to welcoming him to the Star Wars galaxy whenever Skeleton Crew comes out. If we are to believe there are no production delays or anything like that with the writer's strike currently going on, that we're looking for perhaps a fall release at some point for Skeleton Crew. So keep an eye out on that. We'll be sure to update anybody listening with a timeline of when the show is coming out as more information is unveiled, of course. Also, in the Star Wars galaxy, to close it out, I wanted to give again a shout out to Visions Volume 2 and Young Jedi Adventures that are both on Disney Plus now. Both shows have been blowing my mind in terms of the expectations I had for all of them, which were already very high. I've been loving each and every episode that I've watched. I unfortunately have not been able to get through all of them yet, which is partially why we're going to be doing some play-in talks or at least the plan talk for today's episode. We have some other episodes coming up in the near future of Force Ghost Conversations that'll be taking some time away from those projects. But again, be sure to watch them because we will be covering them in detail very soon here. I'm still deciding on what I want to do in terms of covering Visions and Young Jedi Adventures, because both of them are ripe, I will say, and full with great thematical content in regards to Star Wars and what it means for the 12-year-old within all of us that is constantly looking up to the sky for our twin suns moment, as you all are aware of. There's a lot of great stuff to talk about in each of those shows, and I want to be sure that they have their light of day to fully discuss and break down those thematical elements. So we'll be getting to those, of course, soon. But be sure that you are personally caught up at home. They're on Disney Plus now, and you don't want to miss out on all that stuff. And finally, the Indiana Jones films. Yes, the original four: Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull will soon be available in 4K individually. Now, you may be asking, Anthony, I already have the 4K box set as well as the steelbooks that came out last year. And that's totally fine. But this is a different type of non special packaging, if you will. Each title will be released individually, if you will, in this new format. So they will come out in stores on June 6th, which certainly allows for enough time to add them to your collection and to watch prior to the release of the Dial of Destiny at the end of June. So be sure to check those out if you are interested in upgrading your Indiana Jones film collection to the latest and greatest technology. I just finished watching Raiders last night in 4K, and let me tell you, it's a great transfer. It's a really great transfer. It sounds great, plays great on my Xbox Series X. So I cannot sing its praises high enough. Be sure to get that. And of course, you get these special features too. It comes with a bunch of documentaries and all that stuff. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that fun material. So with that, folks, that is all that we had for the Star Wars and Lucasfilm news this past week. On the other side of this break, we'll be back with another play and talk of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Stay tuned. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the heart of this episode for Force Ghost Conversations, our brand new podcast for this week. We are, of course, going to be doing a part two, if you will, another half hour of play and talk with Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the brand new video game that came out just at the end of April, which continues the story set forth in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, one of my favorite video games ever. And so far, Jedi Survivor is living up to the hype. So if you listened to our episode last week, you kind of know the drill already that will be continuing in this week's episode. I will be playing the game and kind of giving some commentary and thoughts as in regards to what's going on and overall gameplay and the story as it's presented to me. So that's kind of what you can expect in this episode again. And if you're wanting to kind of experience it for yourself, or you don't want to be spoiled to anything that potentially be said or plot beats and all that stuff that are happening in the game, then that's totally fine. Pause the episode, go play the game, come back and listen to it. You're not going to hurt my feelings at all. So that's just kind of a heads up as to all that. Basically, anything beyond this point is definitely spoiler territory in regards to this video game. Since we did this last week, I have played, I think, for about maybe an hour or two since then. So I'll have to kind of remind myself where I'm at when I hit play here to start. I believe that I'm still trying to hunt down Grease on this planet where he supposedly set up a bar, a cantina, if you will. And I remember getting frustrated at the end of that sequence with regards to the tar. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. There's some sequences with regards to tar, and there's some battle droids, and making sure that if you, how do I say this? You can't get stuck in the tar because it'll really drain your energy life very fast and all that stuff. It was very frustrating. I was ready to get moving onto some other things. So I decided to take a break. I'm coming back to the game now, and I'm going to hit play very soon here. But thanks again for coming along on this journey here, folks. I take my time with video games nowadays, so I don't rush through them. I like to engage with the story. I like to just enjoy my time that I have with them. With grad school and work and other things in my life going on, I definitely don't have the time to be as much of a gamer as I once was. And because of that, it means that my gaming time is limited. But when I do get to sit down with some video games, I like to just kind of soak it all in, embrace it, enjoy the stories that are being presented to me, etc. All that fun stuff. So that's why in a game such as this, which is so vast, expansive, has a lot of story elements to it, the characters are very, very well developed, etc. I don't. It's going to take me a while to get through this game. I'll be honest with you all, and I would love to um, do some play and talks as time goes on, so I kind of get my sense of where I'm at with the game. And I hopefully when it's all said and done to give a full kind of discussion, thought about the story, etc. At the end of the day. So it may take some time, but we're gonna do it at some point. It's on my to-do list of things to talk about, etc. So we're gonna get to that at some point in time. So just bear with me on that as I want to be fully transparent with you all. Also, as I mentioned in like the Cloud City Gossip segment, I definitely want to give the absolute respect and time to episodes devoted to Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures, as well as Star Wars Visions Volume 2, and even Volume 1 at that point. At this point, because of my schedule, again, I have not been able to finish either show. I've been kind of taking my time with them and just digesting them, enjoying them. I've absolutely loved everything that I've seen so far. Both of them, I think I'm up to episode 6 in Visions, and I've seen maybe the first 3 or 4 of Young Jedi Adventures. And pardon me, I have to sneeze. Excuse me there. Sorry about that. Sneeze came out of nowhere. And absolutely been loving those. And I thought that I would just kind of breeze through them and be able to do one full episode of this podcast talking about each of them. But I think, honestly, I may have to do either some chunks or each episode individually, depending on what I'm thinking about. And that's a good problem to have, frankly. I'm glad that they're really just intellectually and thematically stimulating, that it could have their own episodes to each one for the podcast, at least. So I didn't want to just do one episode of Visions, and then I know that next week we'll be doing a Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary episode with guest Ross Hollowman. And then, of course, the week after that, we'll be doing a Raiders of the Lost Ark episode as we start our Indiana Jones conversations here on the podcast and lead up to Dial of Destiny, with a friend of the show, Craig Dickinson, as well, coming on. So we've got a lot of guests coming up along the way, and I didn't want to just do one Visions episode or one Young Jedi Adventures episode and then not touch them again until July, right? I didn't want to do that. So that's really why I wanted to just kind of do another episode of Play and Talk. I got great feedback from our listeners this week about enjoying this format, want to hear us do more of these types of episodes. So I'm listening to you all. And I wanted to deliver that again and just give you some transparency about where we're heading in the future with some upcoming episodes that are being recorded early next week at the time of this release. So they're set for upcoming releases then. So get excited for all that. You got Return of the Jedi coming around the corner, talking with Ross about his experiences with the film. And of course, a lot of Indiana Jones guests. Of course, we'll be talking about all 4 of the original films. Raiders, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, King of the Crystal Skull, and we got some fun, wonderful guests coming up for that. So be sure to subscribe to the show, share it with your friends, do all the fun stuff, etc., so that you do not miss out. And you don't want to miss out, trust me. I've got a lot of great stuff on the way. And with that, let's get into the play and talk here. I'm going to hit continue on my story here for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and I kind of got to get my bearings again on where I was at the last time. It's loading. I know I did. I found a resting meditation center, and that was my thing. Oh, can I take these guys? Oh, you just can't take out people, animals like you used to in this game. Okay, I'm at the southern reach of this planet here. I'm trying to find Grease. That's my objective here. I'm jumping around with some really cool, like Volptexy kind of creatures. I'm going to interact with them. Haven't I seen you before? He's talking to, a little pet, this guy. That's nice. Good job, Cal. Definitely taken some of the criticisms of the first game Oh, wow. Look at this scenery here. Grease must be around here somewhere. Oh, let's hope. Wow, I didn't think that I'd actually be this close to Grease when I took a break last time. Found some wanderer who's talking. Wow, yeah, we had some technical problems, all right. He's talking to some wanderer person here. And, Cal's being a little coy about what we're doing here. He's trying to find Grease, Dritus. He runs the stables, and she runs the stables in town. Her name's Mosey. And I got BD1, of course. What a cute little droid you are. Yeah, good stuff. Wow, this planet's wild. And again, this is kind of tying to what I did in the last in-between episode, just playing this game. I had to do a lot of stuff with these like mines and all that stuff, and there were some battle droids, some type of contractors. There's definitely something afoot here on this planet here that may not be on the surface what it entails. So let's see if I can get down. I need to check my objective, apparently. Looks like it's down here to an elevator. Okay, let me place a beacon there and see if that gets me to where I need to be. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think I often just spend some time just roaming around this game and trying to see if I can find it without using the map at all. It's kind of been my methods of transportation so far. I'm going to talk to Mosey again. What do you mean you didn't expect to see me so soon? You just walked down the pathway. What was? Stables down yonder. What is this? The 1870s? I like the creature here that's beside her. I wish I could scan that for some points. The creature I could take out over here? Some type of monster? Nope. Oh, yeah, I can actually. Yeah, let's do it. Can I scan them? Yes, I can. Let's do it. Go, Beatty. It's called a Gorger. Oh, boy. Oh, my. Yeah, this planet's really gorgeous. I don't know what it is. What is... Oh, my gosh. Oh, look, they're like tumbleweeds. Oh, wow. Are they going to explode, too? That's wild, man. Do they, like, explode? What's the deal? Yeah, they're like puffer pigs. Not necessarily like puffer pigs, but like they seem to have like this like tumbleweed kind of style to them, but they're not like bombs. You'd kind of expect them to be like that. They aren't. Man, they won't. More of them. They're called like Bromlicks. I mean, I'll take the free force points if you ask me. I'll never say no to that. But then they get like these like porcupine-esque stingers, if you will, on their being, which made them a little bit nasty. If I'm being honest, it didn't look like it hurt or felt good if you're Cal dealing with that. Now, where would Grease be on this planet if he's trying to set up something down yonder? Oh, I can sense an echo. Let's do it. Riverbed Watch. Man. There's a dome. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I wish you could see this planet right here. I mean, it looks really gorgeous. I love all these creatures. It's like these like horses on, uh, but without like front legs. Oh, there's a meditation chamber. Let me head over to that and replenish the force and the health. I don't think I'm gonna use up my skill points yet. I think I'll give that a second to generate some more. Is this something I can climb? Yep, looks like I can climb this. Hop up there. Well, looks like an establishment. I'm seeing some like entryway with some skull of a creature on it. Yes, the Ramblers Reach Outpost on Kobo. This is definitely a settlement of some sort, a place where people are living. At least maybe some people are living. Someone's generating electricity. No way, is that Claude? Or it's a Claude type creature. Looks like he do. Man, that's wild. Who would have thought? Who would have thought all these years? Rise, his name's Guido. Oh my gosh! Wow. He's not very talkative. He doesn't want to talk to me at all. This town's definitely went through some stuff. They don't seem to be overly friendly to strangers in these parts. Where in the world is Grease at in this town? Oh, found it. Oh, is that the frog Turgle? Yes. For those at home, I've been introduced to Turgle. Looks like he's getting into these raiders. Something in regards to them. Something's about a misunderstanding. Oh my gosh! Wow, this is a creature. And of course, Cal Kestis is coming in here like trying to be the marshal of this town in a way. I mean, look at the stance, the way he's holding his belt. Ravis. This looks like the guy from the trailers who's been a villain that we have to face. He's sold us something that they've been searching for. Oh man, I've been seeing nothing but Turgle love on the internet. So the fact that I understand what they apparently sold him something fake. These raiders led by this guy Ravis. Yeah, I can see why people. The design is definitely Star Wars. It's like a frog person. Even though we have a frog lady, it's just a different type of frog. Yeah, don't cross the Bedlam Raiders. Man, look at this. All this. I haven't even found Grease yet. Oh man, he's supposed to be killed. Is Cal's gonna step in here? Yep. Yep. He said enough. Oh man, let's do this. A Jedi. Yep. Haven't seen one of you in a while. Basically, is what he's saying. Remind our friend here why his kind are supposed to be dead. Wow, Ravis doesn't even give any light of day to what we're doing here. I say I'll just pause time here. Take this guy out. His name is Zeke. Man, I did mince work of that. Am I going to take out Ravis here? Next time you want to pick a fight, you go through us, Cal says. Yeah, all right. Taking out Zeke was a lot easier than what I anticipated. Thought he would put up a little bit more of a fight, to be honest. Oh, he's toying with us. Huh. Wow. I've got a Claude-like character, and Turgle. This has been an adventurous time. I'm glad you all got to experience this live on on this plan talk here. If you don't know Turgle, be sure to. He just says be senior. Right? He's not even playing with Cal here. He's like, we'll deal with him later. Oh man, Turgle's super thrilled. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about here in regards to Turgle, just Google Turgle. You definitely get some images coming up here. There's another creature named Doma, who also is an interesting character design. Wow. He's like, yeah, please keep it quiet. Then I'm a Jedi. Oof. Yeah, they're very kind, or not kind, but they're embracing the idea of the kindness that Cal just did there in order to save Turgle. And they're like, yeah, we can stick together. Your secret's safe with us. We don't need to spill any beans. Is that it? Oh, I can scan this guy. We'll get some more points for him, or from him, I should say. Can I scan them or talk to them? Remember to swing by my shop later. Yeah, sure. Anytime, thank you. Man, I hope Turgle shows up a lot more in this game. I'm just intrigued by the character and the design and all that. Okay, I think I'm on the way to find Grease finally. Is that him? Oh, it's definitely a cantina. Okay. It's called Pyloon Saloon, is this place. Oh, it's called Monk. Is that a droid or a Bomar Monk? But he's like, I'm looking for a guy, 4 arms, hairy mouth, vertically challenged. There he is. There's Grease. He's like, wait a minute. You didn't even recognize BD for a second there. Count Kestis. Oh, it's been a while. Evidently, from what I've heard of the book Battle Scars by Sam Maggs, the kind of tie-in tale in between Fallen Order and Survivor, is that Grease is really a standout character in that story. He's like, hey, you run into some Imperial trouble? Oh boy, they've been creeping around Kobo too. Yeah, because they're like, we need help fixing the Mantis, and you're the only guy that really knows how to do it. One slippery monk coming right up. Look, Grease's like special captain's chair. It's almost like a barber shop kind of deal. Man, that's a chalice that he got. Monk gave Cal. Grease doesn't look too good for himself these days. He's got a lot more hair since the last time we saw him. He's telling him about the inner workings that just happened on Coruscant and how things didn't go as planned. As we know, the Empire is only growing stronger. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get the team back together. Me, you, the Space Witch, Sarah. Ooh, he says Marin's on the move, exploring new places. Cal's running from some things. He doesn't talk to Sarah in a while. And it looks like Marin, I don't know, he didn't seem too thrilled about her being off on her own adventure, too. It's amazing how good video games are nowadays, where they can really tell these intimate stories with great character development in ways that really, I mean, are new of the last 20 plus years. How expansive this game is. I mean, oh, I unlocked an achievement. Grab some seat. You don't look like a raider? Nope, because I'm not. Yes, I am not a raider. Examine. No, looks like he has a stage in this cantina. Perhaps a Max Rebo could have played here at one point. Gonna examine this here too. Yeah, this Grease has seen better days in this Pyloon Saloon. Couple of gonk droids in the back here. Perhaps a kitchen, or it once was. Looks like you could do like a Ronto roast over that fire. Oh, we're going further into the beast here. Oh, meditation chamber. New characters or conversations are available. Oh my gosh. Apparently supposed to examine something around here. Okay. Well, I can meditate. Even though I don't really need to. Just rest, I guess. Replenish all the stims and health. Oh man, Grease has a green thumb. Look, he needs the seeds, all right. Can I relax? Yeah, I'll relax. Oh, I found Grease's bed. I wonder if this does anything. This doesn't even do meditation. Does it just waste time? Is this part of the game? Oh, yes, it is part of the game, evidently. No, Grease woke him up from a nap here. I was like, why is the cinematic like top and down black bars coming in here? We're just letting him crash here for a few hours. That's okay. You know, he's kept his stuff around too. He wants him to come by and be a part of the business, the family business, if you will. Look, he agrees. He's trying to give some like fatherly advice here. He wants to at least talk to him. Man, they're having some good heart-to-heart moments here. Kyle happens to face the truth here. He you know, everyone wanted their reasons for going away and finding something else, but he's like, no, I wanted to keep fighting. And Grease is like, man, like the Empire is just getting worse and worse. Why don't you give up? And there's some reality to that in a way here, but I get the power of what Cal's doing here. Like, think for yourself, man. Like, you just what home? Like, there is no home. Everything that I have is gone. Yeah, he's right. I have to keep fighting for a better tomorrow. Man, Cameron Monaghan's motion capture performance here is A, just great in general. And then B, the video game animators did a great job translating that to the gaming experience, right? I'm feeling the emotion of the character. I'm feeling the weight of this moment, the gravitas of it all. Wow, powerful stuff. It's kind of interesting how this plan talk, I will say, is definitely a lot more video, like story based, moving forward, etc., rather than there's Smuggler's Tunnel. Rather than, I think the last time was a lot more gameplay. where I'm running around smashing buttons and all that stuff. Yeah, he said, we'll get you the stuff to fix up the mantis. At the end of the day, though, he's glad to see Cal again. I don't think our team is going to be too long apart from each other. But just healthy speculation on my part. I think they'll have a time where they have to get back together. Definitely has a pest problem. Oh, I hope that means we can take out some things down this hallway here. Oh, and it's in the dark too. Oof. Thank goodness BD has a little light on him. Let's see what we can find in these tunnels. All right. Well, everybody, I think that's where we'll cut it quits with this episode today. I hope that you all enjoyed this episode of Fourth Coast Conversations, another play and talk with the game Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Again, I'm going to keep knocking out some bits and pieces of this game as we go along in order to finish it. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm very happy with the game so far and all that stuff. And thank you for coming on this ride and for listening to me do this game. And I hope that you enjoyed it, and it kind of gives me inspiration to do this with other types of games and look for other ways to engage with you all through a different variety of Star Wars content that isn't necessarily just talking about the new episodes and TV shows, movies, etc. But with that, we will be back next week with our guest Ross Hollowman talking about the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary, which of course came out on May 25th of 1983. So be on the lookout for that next week. So be sure to subscribe to the podcast on the site, share it with your friends, tell us on your social media how you're liking it, etc. Continue to keep the conversation going with us, and we look forward to connecting with you on all those platforms. So until then, may the Force be with you. Take care.